Raining cats and dogs, eh? To go along with Ratmen and Northlanders, I suppose.
Hi. Hi, everyone. It's me, Ben. It's time for breakfast. I can't hear myself in my headphones, so it's weird, so I'm gonna kind of take one off, even though this is a headphone game. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday morning. It's time to play a video game that I like a whole lot. It's called Warhammer Vermintide 2. The sequel. It's not that part, I editorialized that a little bit. But yeah, so we're just gonna hop right in here. I am playing, so I'm going to be playing, I can't do this, I can't do the headphones. Even though it's a headphone game, I can't do it, it sounds too weird, I'm sorry folks.
Coming out of Dreisdunkel mine, and I need you lot.
Oh, my stream's going on my phone.
It's hard to believe.
That's a big no-no for the game. I pulled up, I forgot my laptop, so I have chat open on the phone. If you want to ask me a question, use our Ask a Question feature here.
Black powder, but there's
hopefully
playing around down there.
I can,
In this show.
there we go. Great. So I am playing on Legend, which is the hardest difficulty in this game right now. I've hit the level cap, which is 30, but I have not hit the power cap, so this will still be a little bit challenging here. Basically, this game has a light level sort of thing, similar to Destiny, you know, a gear score, I guess it dates back before Destiny, but yeah, if you've never seen this game before, it's basically Left 4 Dead, but with big rats, and instead of using guns, you're fucking shit up like this. I am playing as the dwarf character, and I've built kind of a tanky build. You know, you can, with this guy, you can really build him a couple different ways, but I like the tankier build. I'll be hopping in chat once in a while, probably when I'm like dead or something, which will happen a lot. Currently our elf is dead, which is fun. And we've just got a whole squad of black rats here, which are very hard to kill, very fucked up, very mean. I mean, not all rats are mean, but all rats are definitely fucked up, and this is coming from somebody who used to have 2 pet rats. Help! Sorry, I just had to yell at my team. This seems like a great time to take some questions. Patch just went live this morning, huge list of changes. Did you get a chance to look at it yet? No, that would have been good to know going in. But no, I haven't played this in a couple days actually. I hit the level cap and I didn't feel like I was getting a lot out of it. Okay, I'm dead. But I'm not dead because they can eventually rescue me. Though I don't think they're gonna make it through this little zone here. I should mention, it wouldn't be Breakfast in Ben without breakfast. Today I have a ham and cheese croissant from our lounge area and a nice cup of chai tea, which I need to unsteep. Did I miss the cereal chat? Top 5 cereals. I'll get in. today's a good day for that. I'll get into that as soon as I get this next game going here. I've got weird cereal tastes though. I hate sugary cereals. I always have, with the exception of maybe Captain Crunch and the occasional Frosted Flake. Like, I never got down with Fruity Pebbles. Never liked, you know, Cocoa Crisp. Is that what it's called? Cookie Crisp and Cocoa Pebbles. I mix those two up. Let's see. What difficulty do you usually play on? I usually play on Champion, which is the tier below the one I just tried, but I thought it might be interesting for the stream to do Legend, which is the highest difficulty. I've only beaten one Legend run, and we're doing quick play, so it'll give us a random level every time.
Right now, Fort Braxton.
This is probably the map I actually have the least experience on, so that'll be cool.
Wide, but it's under siege and about to fall.
Can you tell us about your rats? I had 2 rats.
The main approach is likely
3 years ago I got them. Wow, it seems like so long ago. Me, my partner, and our 2 roommates decided we all wanted rats. As kind of like a starter pet. I had animals growing up, but I wasn't really taking care of the dogs or the cats, really. It was my parents. So, you know, eventually I'd like to get a dog. But, you know, it's weird to assign different, like, values to animals, but rats are a lot easier to take care of in some respects than a dog, and it was a good kind of way to get antiquated with animals, taking care of them at least. They were named, sorry, one second. They were named Dale Cooper and Harry Truman. Okay, we'll talk a little Vermintide here. Basically, how this game works, you know, like I said, it's similar to Left 4 Dead. If you watch our quick look, you know, you can watch our quick look for a full explanation. But as for right now, Legend mode, there's going to be lots and lots of special infected, basically, that spawn. And that horde means that that horn means a horde is coming. So I need to get up here as kind of the crowd controlling dwarf here. It's my job to do this whenever there's a horde coming. And honestly, you know, I was talking to some friends, as long as this is still satisfying, I will still like this game because, man, look how many of these guys I'm smushing. We've got like 2 ranged and 2 melee right now, which is a good spread. You know, oh shit. The elf is very good at just taking out lots of targets. She has tons of ammo. The light wizard? No, I forget what her name is. Sienna, the witch, is very good at crowd control as well. She has kind of unlimited ammo, but it's on overheat gauge. And then this guy is just like pure one-on-one DPS, but also a little bit of crowd control. Ooh, okay, that guy almost killed me. Luckily, I have a passive that fills up every 20 seconds while I will absorb 1 melee attack. No matter how much damage it does, I'll just completely not take any. Which you can see there on the bottom left, that little blue symbol is kind of the cooldown for that. I was looking at chat and I died. Hard to do it on your phone.
Hold off, I'm drinking! Oh, for the love of, there's a warp fire thrower nearby.
Your rights found out who murdered Laura Palmer. It was a disappointment, actually. Milk or no milk in your tea? I don't really like hot tea or any kind of hot beverage. I like it kind of lukewarm, so I'll usually put a bit of milk in it. Also depends, like I'm not gonna put milk in green tea. It's just gauche. But I will put it in black teas, chai tea. the bummer thing about this game, and I've talked about this on the Bombcast before, but the difference between Legends and Champion, which are the 2 highest difficulties, are you don't even get better loot, you just get more experience from what I understand. What is the purple skull gauge above your HP? So that's my super meter. I think it's called like your hero class power in this game. Mine's on a very long cooldown, so I use it pretty sparingly, but it's basically an AoE taunt, which will, you know, draw aggro of all enemies in the area, and it gives me infinite block. So you see here, if I block with my hammer, I have 5 shields. That's basically like my block meter. I can also spend one of the bars to kind of do a push block and knock enemies back. Knock enemies back. Knock enemies. Oh God, it's a hunter. Back. Wow, they're just sending lots of special. Holy shit! Can we get a break or what? Okay. Usually after a big horde and stuff like that, it's a little calm. Favorite subclasses overall. The Ironbreaker is probably my favorite subclass I've played. I've played every one except the elf ones and the witch hunter ones. Salt Spires. But yeah, I like the Ironbreaker. I like having extra block because I'm typically a front lines player. I've also got this cool sniper rifle here, which really gives you like, look how good that aim is if you hold it there. I can basically guarantee a headshot if you've got enough time. So I'll kind of, you know, I'll be in the front lines ready to snipe people out. If there's like a hook rat or a gunner rat or something coming, I'll try and get this guy. A little rusty. I hit him, but didn't kill him, unfortunately. Okay, horde's coming. Gotta get up front. Oh shit, there's a boss. I'm gonna throw down a firebomb. Now would be a good time for my ult. I just want to make sure I hit as many people as I can with it. Did I hit it? I must have hit it earlier without knowing. That's... I'm having bad luck on these streams. Would you be down for a more Diablo-like progression system? This game definitely needs something, because once you hit 600 power, I think it is, you can't really do anything. All right, I'm tired of Legend. This is just unfair. Like, it doesn't feel rewarding. You just get like, I feel like you need to be with 3 friends. So I'm gonna dip out, knock it down a notch to champion, maybe complete a run. Eat a little bit of this croissant, answer some questions, have some fun. Is coffee a type of tea? No, tea is made from tea leaves and herbs. Coffee is made from beans. Leave it. What's the Vermintide equivalent of Craigslist? I feel like if you hire a rat exterminator and they show up with a giant hammer, it's probably a Craigslist thing. Yeah, I guess if they try and have sex with you afterwards, it's even more of a Craigslist thing. Why is Earl Grey hot the best tea? I like Earl Grey a lot. I like English breakfast and Earl Grey. I know it's very typical, kind of safe answers. I like, we have a Darjeeling tea. That's pretty good here too, and a lemon lift, but Earl Grey is just classic. It kind of goes with everything. You can have it with milk, with honey, with like some lemon. The opportunities are endless. So you see here, highest obtainable hero power for champion, from chests basically. 300, experience gained 150. It's the same here, but it's more experience gained, which is irrelevant for me because I'm max level. You can see these progress though, like from 100 to 300. So let's try again. This would be a great time to take a bite of this croissant. Look how big this fucking croissant is. It's almost big in my head. Now people love nothing more than to hear what is going on. How much of a nuisance is the friendly fire on the highest difficulty? It can get pretty bad if you're with people who don't know how to shoot, let's say. The hardest part is probably that special attacks, super attacks, count also for friendly fire. So, like, the witch has one of her subclasses has a special where she basically shoots out 3 fireballs, and if she's not aiming that right, that can take like a quarter of your health right there.
Yes, that's right.
Oh good, the mines again. I love the mines.
I know there's more than enough fireworks laying around in Dreisdunkel mine, so use what you find.
Green tea, yay or nay? I love green tea. I normally drink black just for the caffeine. I almost never drink herbal though, but if it's like late at night and I don't want to be up all night, but I need just like a little bit of boost, a nice cup of green tea is good. Green tea though, I find, and this might be because I'm like a tea newbie or whatever, is a lot harder to brew properly. I end up over or under brewing it way more often than I do black tea. I promise to try to not make this as wobbly as I can. For those with sensitivities. But normally, like, I swing all around in this game. I constantly have my head on a swivel, and you have to, kind of, because the sooner you tag out a special enemy, the sooner, like, your ranged specialist can take it out. This time we were with somebody who's level 20 and level 17. So that might be a little bit of an issue.
Watch yourselves! There's a gas rack in here!
I really like the banter in this game. Between characters.
You keep petting me, Kruber.
There's a rattling. You'll see.
It's super helpful in the beginning because like your characters will call out like, oh, this is the right way if you're going down the right path and you're maybe lost. It's helpful because they'll be like, hey, you need to block more. You know, they're a little more clever than that, but. And then it's good late game because like you get some, I'm still finding voice lines that I never heard before. This is a bad spot. I want to draw their aggro, but I don't want to be right in the middle of everything either. I'm currently wielding a two-handed hammer. It's kind of the opposite of most weapons, where all weapons have an attack where you can click it, or click and hold to charge it. Most every weapon, the click attack is nice and quick, but does less damage, and then the charge attack is slower but does more damage. Hammer's kind of the opposite in that the single swing like this does more damage than the charge swing, but it's a lot slower. It's also armor piercing, which is helpful because there are armored enemies in this game, and you normally have to hit them in the head if you have something like a sword or a dagger, but luckily I can just clobber them.
Looks like a healing draft. This potion better it fast.
Ever fuck with matcha though? I've had matcha flavored things. And that was mostly before I started drinking tea, and I didn't really love it. But I feel like now is a good time to give it another shot. It's just, from what I understand, it's harder to brew than normal green tea.
Keep going.
And I already can barely heat up my hot water and put a tea bag in. That's already almost too much work. Time to escort the minecart through the mines, everyone's favorite video game activity. Who's excited?
We've a walk fire drawer to deal with.
This is one of those armored enemies I was talking about, the Chaos Warrior. Oh god, oh I'm stuck here and the minecart is pushing me towards a guy with a flamethrower. Okay. All right, oh, and there's a machine gun rat.
Are you
Okay.
so fragile, One Eye?
Oh, she left.
I'm feeling a bit down here.
Come on, wizard.
Oh,
That's the drop.
we have a new friend joining the team.
Yeah. Chaos Warrior.
Grab the black powder, quickly now.
A Chaos Warrior. Just what we needed.
So this game also has hidden items, tomes and grimoires that when you pick them up and collect them, they make the game harder, but you get better loot. And to get one of the grimoires in this one, so right now we're supposed to get 3 barrels and bring them to this cart so we can blow something up. But if we get all 4 of them and carry one of them with us, we can blow up a wall and find a grimoire hidden. Finding the location of all of these things initially is a huge bummer. It's kind of fun because it's kind of like, you know, if you're the first one to find it in your game, you're just like, oh shit, I found a grimoire. It's over here, you gotta go do this thing. But most of the time it's like, okay, hold on. Let's hole up in this spot and Google how to find the grimoire. Or you know how to do it and you're trying to help somebody else walk through and grab one, and that can be even harder.
See you work, Saren.
Love is contagious, isn't it? The mayfly knows how to strike. You hit it. Fairly.
Hey, I don't know why that didn't go in.
Evading. God.
Are there any game genres based on your real life interest you'd like to explore? Like Dan and Alex are doing with wrestling.
Get too far.
That's the thing, most of my hobbies are gaming related. Or they already exist. Like I like cooking,
Getting away.
That storm vermin's mine.
and there's plenty of cooking games.
Pyromancer, again!
Yeah, I don't really think there's much else. Like I like esports, but that's video games, yo. Should I change the name of this series to That's Video Games, yo? I think it's pretty good. Chaos Warrior. Oh, okay, I'm gonna taunt these guys, and then just stand here and block and let my team kill them. Kill them, they're taunted. See, that's like an area where that's super handy. Uh-oh. How much do you love jumping puzzle grimoires? Oh, they're the best. I love 3D platforming jump puzzles where you're on a timer. This one is weirdly glitched where only the host can be the one to place the barrel. I thought they would have fixed that by now, but it appears that they didn't. So because we blew up that wall, come over here, pick up this grimoire, which will reduce our team's maximum health, but we get better loot if we successfully complete a level. What's your favorite thing to cook? Breakfast, actually. I made a frittata for the first time. I was just gonna make like a nice veggie scramble, some bell peppers, onion, spinach, and sweet potato strips. A little bit of cheese, but then it was in the pan. And I was like, this looks like what a frittata is. I'm gonna make it a frittata. So I stuck that bad boy in the oven. It was perfect. It was honestly one of the best things I've ever cooked. And I'm going to eat the shit out of frittatas now. This is probably one of the harder levels to take questions on since you kind of are constantly escorting this cart.
I don't want to die in the dark.
This is the part of the level where if you stray too far from the cart, everything's just completely black. So you're supposed to really stay close as a unit. So those big overhead swings that certain enemies will do will just deplete all your shields, all your stamina. Luckily, my class is built to recover stamina really quick, so not an issue if I block those. But if you're like the elf, and you try and block an overhead swing like that, you're fucked. I think she just dropped her with that bomb. Oh god. Oh fuck, everyone's fucking dead. Bomb! I also have a class ability where I'll recover this gray life whenever I get a kill. Gray life is akin to like fighting game gray health where it'll slowly deplete unless you... It'll just slowly deplete. Basically, it's temporary HP. You think there's a gameplay reason you can't switch to third-person view? Gameplay-wise, I don't really think so. I think it just looks, it would probably look really silly because people have told me that this game looks weird. Like all the movements look really weird in third person. Like, I don't know if you've ever looked up what Mirror's Edge in third person looks like. I imagine it would be something like that. Gotta make sure to always reload. Also, a fun thing in this game is the dwarf is, you know, a dwarf. He's much shorter than all the other characters, and his field of view is actually a lot lower. And this character, Kruber, he's very tall, and his field of view is actually very taller. And the first time I switched between the dwarf, I didn't realize this was the case until I had switched between the two classes. And I was blown away by just like, it was almost like my field of view slider was fucked up and the perspective was just way off. You're the last person in the pack, you should probably always be watching the back. Hey, that rhyme, that's fun. Love rhymes.
You look pale, wizard. Definitely.
So if you get downed in this game, in this mode rather, you get downed, you're not out, but if you get downed again without healing, you are. It was kind of a two-strike system. This ham is so thick in this croissant, it's like...
Now that's a Glober deer.
Too chewy.
Such vileness.
Bloody rock bloods.
Can you call Jeff so you guys are on each other's streams? I didn't know Jeff was streaming.
Shelby, shoot the enemy, not me. Rala, stand down. I bet you wish you were at the James College now, Skinner. Hey, sure.
Scumber gets skill again.
You know what that horn means? It's time to fuck.
I'm throwing a bomb!
Reflex. I need help.
Someone aid me out!
There we go. Starting to get the rhythm of this game back.
You're wounded.
I've been pretty much playing nothing but Ni no Kuni at this point. The occasional Dota game.
Look, Shalia's gifts.
Let me tend these wounds.
So this is one of the tomes I mentioned. These are not as hard to find as grimoires. See, like that's all that it entails. The nice thing about these is if you die, you drop them. If you die with a grimoire, it's gone forever.
There's the altar. The heart of the operation.
Healing draft, mate. Ah, love. Feel it doing me good.
That's the car. Give it a shove.
Medical supplies here. Even a dwarf needs tending.
Didn't answer.
We've more coming, mayflies.
Try. Oh God, what happened to my mouse wheel? All right, this is the last stretch of this level, guys. We're gonna make it. I believe. There's a fight with a troll here at the end, which can sometimes go a little hairy, but I believe in this team. I believe in Field Agent. I believe in Barrison Ford, and I believe in the other guy.
The cat needs another push.
No, not yet.
Fuck. My mouse wheel's freaking out, and it's switching my weapons. It would be okay if it was just switching between my melee and my ranged, but unfortunately, if you mouse wheel in this game, it'll also bring up your tome that you're holding, because you can discard them.
Already. Sweet Grundy's Lord and Rakizar!
Okay. No problem. So at this point, if I get knocked down again, I am fucked.
Bloody hell, Sierra, stalking my undeserving arm! This is where we stand and pray for.
Oh, we lost our... Oh no, okay. Oh fuck. These guys are motherfuckers. Oh! Did I get him? No.
Again, harder.
Hey man, let's run. Just run past the troll, okay? Just run past the troll. Yeah, Carillion's up here. We got our elf. We can free her. Lure him off the bridge and then we run past him.
Don't waste it. Oh, look at the hell go! Sees hell bent on.
Here's the troll. I hope they didn't fix the exploit where you can just run past him. Come on, guys! Just run for it.
He's gone to hell.
Oh God, I'm stuck on the... How did his vomit reach that far?
Alone again. Typical.
Okay, well, they're gonna kill him, I guess. Hopefully. Imagine you're at your home when the giant rat invasion begins. What in your home do you use as an improvised melee weapon? What do you mean improvised? I just use my katana. Okay, well, our elf was smart and she ran past the troll because you don't actually have to fight them. Unfortunately, we lost both of our grimoires and 2 of our tome. So our loot box is gonna be pretty.
That's all.
I agree.
I'm for some reason spawned back here. But hey, you know, I don't have to make it for my team to make it. A victory for the team is a victory for me. And don't let anyone tell me otherwise.
Hey, who got blind, yeah?
Have you ever projectile vomited? Yes. After 1 shot of tequila once. I ran into a backyard and threw up all over the patio. Made any runs on the Toys R Us closings? No. I don't really buy toys. I buy electronic toys. Like Dota items. Most melee kills. Woo! I hope everyone is
Good day. And so
mad at the Mixler chat for being cowards and not accepting my call. Those East Coast cowards won't see me. They're gonna stream at the same time as me and not even accept my calls. Who do they think they are? I'm at my own convention out here. If you've listened to the after show, you already know about PAX West. It's my convention I hold every year. Oh yeah, let's open our loot box. Commoner's chest. Ugh. Fucking filthy commoner's chest. Just to show off a little bit more of the... I'll queue up for a game. We got time for one more. So, you have a bunch of different weapon types, a bunch of different ranged weapon types. I'm using the sniper rifle, but check this out. Dwarf's got a flamethrower. Also got a shotgun, which is really strong. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm having fun with it. What's happening? Why don't I have my gun? There we go. Wait, that's not what I picked. Shotgun. He's got dual pistols that kind of shoot like explosions. My sniper rifle is kind of my most, it's the most useful one, but the shotgun is definitely the most fun. What's the biggest game reveal at PAX West? Well, first of all, it's spelled P-A-C-K''S. But there seems to be no better time than the present to announce it. I'm really excited to announce my new game. It's called Mario 2. That's right, I've obtained the rights to develop a game about Mario Lopez. It's going to be about the time in his life between Saved by the Bell, but before all the Animal Planet stuff. I'm really excited about it. Please, you know, we haven't announced many details at this point, but Mario 2 is coming, and it will be good. And it's only coming to Ouya.
Hurry, this way. That one's dance is over.
We might have missed it there, but there was a tome hidden up on that bed. The tome and Grimoire locations stay the same every game, so kind of once you know where one is, you can grab it every time. Look at this lovely book I have. Where is it? See?
Nothing like a Shallian storeroom if you're in need of medicine.
You can't carry med kits or potions if you have a tome, unfortunately. But it works out because I'm typically the last to grab a potion anyway, since I am the tankiest class.
Those cells are no place for the sick, no matter their affliction.
Scunners. This empire is rotting to the
I somehow exploded that guy's head, but the rest of his body is fine.
That's sure to be the way.
Over here!
Like I'm fucking Gallagher over here.
Cannot show weakness.
Much like Gallagher, I too have a brother who I must send cease and desist letters to for stealing my name. Spots like this are really the best for these hordes. Like, they have to jump up and climb up the ledge, which gives you plenty of time to deal with the crowd. As long as somebody's watching our back once in a while, we're fine.
I don't enjoy being broiled, wizard.
So you see there, I said, I don't enjoy being broiled, wizard. That means I got friendly fired upon.
Hear that, Scupper?
Up the ladder. Wading about in muck. Again.
I figured out, Jan helped me work out a solution to be able to stop and start streams from the comfort of the studio. A little behind the scenes, last week Jan was in the control room. Jan actually started the stream, that's right. Showed up right when I was about to go live. And then I realized he was gonna be gone. I was like, hey, we need to work out a solution where I can stop it out here. So he hooked up this nifty keyboard here, and I just hit the space button, and it'll fade to black. But we're not gonna do that yet, because the stream's not over. I guess we did it, but I'm coming back. Hi everyone, welcome to Breakfast in Ben. Today we're playing Vermintide.
Find new friends. Meet new creatures of the world.
Give a good arm, Grimgy.
I know it's not uncommon for dwarves to have like black powder and weaponry, like, you know, guns basically, but it's still funny to me whenever I just see this dwarf pull out a shotgun. Oh, another troll. Oh, come on. The nice thing about the shotgun is it kind of has stacking damage where the more you hit a target with it, the more damage it'll do. But the unfortunate thing about the troll is when you get him down to half health, he just starts healing. Why is nobody killing this guy? I realize the irony of me saying, why is no one killing this guy, as I ignore the guy that nobody's killing, but I assumed one of our ranged heroes was going to keep the guy out. I need ammo.
I think he's dead, Lumberfoots.
The other bummer about the shotgun is I'll go through a whole run with the rifle and not have to shoot once, but with the shotgun, since I'm using it on bosses mostly for like a DPS thing rather than a utility thing, it's doing damage. Now is a good time to take some questions while we take this elevator down. Is it Breakfast in Ben or Ben and Breakfast? Whatever the hell you want it to be. I go get the Grimoire, which involves pressing this button a bunch of times.
The Ratties will be back. If they're not, the Northlanders will.
Is your brother the one who started PAX East? Yes. He is insanely jealous of my height, so he wears stilts everywhere he goes. His name is Penback. And you might be asking, why does he have a different last name than you if you're his brother? And the answer is simply, he has 2 different parents than me. All right, gotta keep pressing this button. So the way this puzzle normally works is there's 3 symbols and 3 buttons, and there's a door up there with a symbol on it, and you have to match it to whichever. But to get the Grimoire, you have to press this button 4 times to open this door, and there's an increasing cooldown in between every time you can press the button. So you basically just gotta stand and wait and fight off rats, wait for it to start glowing white.
Pyromancer! Again!
Maybe the right.
And then this opens up.
Evil fire rat! My righteousness!
And then you gotta go in there. Press the button. He's gonna go do it. I'm gonna go get the Grimoire. All for the sake of loot.
Doors opened.
Look at that. You actually hit something.
What are your opinions on pet rats? I have 3 of them. They're like tiny puppies. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit, but I didn't get too much into it. I really liked having rats. They required a lot more care than I expected. In terms of, you know, changing the bedding, and you're supposed to let them out and run around every day, multiple times a day. And it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. They were really loving, they were really nice. Unfortunately, they only lived to be about 1.5 years. They died pretty close to each other. So that was a bummer, but it was still overall a very positive experience. And I'd recommend pet rats to people. Like, I kind of, through the process of having them and talking to people about them, you know, a lot of people will immediately be repulsed by the idea of having pet rats. And I think those are people who have had some kind of exposure to like rats, like street rats or sewer rats, you know, kind of in their homes or whatever. But growing up, like, I only knew what rats were as a concept, basically. So it didn't really bug me to have pet ones. Should rock a fighting game stream, like DB, FZ, or Tekken or something. Yeah, maybe next week I'll do that. I haven't even gotten a chance to play Broly or Bardock in Fighters. I haven't gotten to play Noctis. There's 2 new characters in Rivals of Aether that I just tried out very, very briefly. Excuse me.
The weed calls me back.
Gotta keep moving around so it looks like I'm actually contributing to the team. So there's a big horde. You can hear them march. You hear they're like, whoo. There will be random like roving hordes that won't automatically aggro you, but if you get too close or shoot them, they'll come and fuck you up. In early levels, it's fine. You just kind of fight your way through them, but in higher levels, you really have to avoid them. Unless you want to like blow a bunch of your specials or bombs.
I hear scampering and a spread of books. Move! Gas! Look out! Over here!
Where did you grow up, Ben? I grew up in Santa Rosa, California, which is
With chaos!
about an hour north of here. Fuck, I aggroed them, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, I'm getting a phone call from one Abby Russell. What? I can't believe it. I can't believe the audacity of you folks to stream while I'm doing my weekly morning stream that I've been doing for 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? Hello? Are you serious? You know this is a passion of mine, and you're just gonna try and start a stream here? Hello? Hi, look, you might, oh God, I'm dead. You might, this is a good time to kind of go on a rant here. I can't, you know who this is. I got more faves on that reply to you than your initial tweet. Yeah, how much are you interested in? Can I get you down for a barrel?
I want like an Amazon truck with all Japanese peanuts. I've got $10,000.
Are you talking about like candy coating the outside of an Amazon truck?
Yeah, I want to take an Amazon truck and turn it into one big Japanese peanut with peanuts inside. Japanese peanuts. Japanese truck. Japanese peanuts. Japanese. I'll give you again. I got 10,000 yens for this.
Wow, 10,000 yen. That sounds like a lot of money.
It's foreign money, so you know it's good. Just like the cars.
Yeah, or the cartoons.
Yeah.
How's the drive going?
What can you do for me?
What?
What can you do for me on this peanut truck?
Look, I got a guy who's got a big vat of, he calls it candy. I don't know what that means. I just know a bunch of teens have died in it.
Great.
But yeah, he can hook you up.
I love killing teens. Shit, I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Don't worry, this isn't going out to anyone.
Okay, good, all right.
On any front, this isn't going out on my end or your end.
All right, I can barely hear you.
All right, bye. Have fun on the PAX. And I'm alive again. Look at how that works out. Sometimes things are just serendipitous. What anime character would you most like to guest star in Dragon Ball FighterZ? Deku? All Might? All Might would be pretty good. All Might is definitely on par for favorite anime characters of all time. He's up there with Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. I'd like to see him in a fighting game. They should put Krillin in it. That'd be cool. So I kind of wasn't paying attention, but I think our dude went back to get the Grimoire, which involves one of the worst jump puzzles in this game. But you also have to like search this whole big room to find the key. Did you look in the back by the corpse? There's 3 spots where the key can spawn, but I only remember where one of them is, and it's right here, and it's not here. So. Okay, we got the keys. What other anime characters I'd like to see in fighters? Yeah, I mean, like the entire cast of Yu Yu Hakusho would be dope. Elder Togoro would be dope in a fighting game because his power is just get more muscles. Trying to think. A lot of the anime I watch isn't like action oriented. My favorite anime of all time is Ping Pong, and I doubt any of those characters would be good in a fighting game. Though, a fucking Rockstar style ping pong game with the ping pong characters would be really fucking neat. All right, we're in the final stretch here. Once we go get this Grimoire, there's not a ton more left to do. I can't remember, I think we missed a Grimoire. I don't know where the first one is, unless we had it and I died and I can't remember. I don't really have a good short or long-term memory.
These steps go downwards.
Move quickly, Timberfoots, unless you want burning to ash.
That rat got fucked.
There, got it on her.
Scrolling through questions while my allies shoot rats.
Yeah, down the stairs.
If you were out of milk and only had coffee, what cereal would you pair with it? Oh God, that sounds gross. I don't like coffee. But if I had to, probably Frosted Flakes so I could sugar it up a little bit and kind of deal with the coffee that way. Top 5 cereals of all time. Number 1, plain Cheerios. Fucking classic. God, this list is gonna make a lot of people angry, and I'm sorry, but I have really weird cereal tastes. I know they're weird and bad, but it's the way God made me. Number 1, plain Cheerios.
There's only a scratch.
Number 2, Cinnamon Life. Number 3, Rice Chex. I feel like I'm gonna forget some. Number 4, Apple Cinnamon Cheerios.
I can continue so long as the bindings hold.
Number 5, Honey Bunches of Oats.
Down we go, Jory.
But man, I honestly, if it had the correct nutrients, like to not get scurvy or whatever, I would eat plain Cheerios for every meal of every day. I don't know what it is about it. I don't even like do anything with it. I don't fucking just love plain Cheerios, man.
Scunner leeches no more.
Down the stairs.
What's ping pong about and why is it so good? Ping pong is hard to describe because it sounds kind of, I don't know. It's a show about two high school students who are in their high school's ping pong club. And basically the crux of the show is like, one of them is insanely talented, but like carefree and doesn't really like try. And one of them is like, has the drive, but not necessarily, like he's very talented, but like not the same level of talent that the one guy has in their best friends. And it's kind of like, I think the reason I like it so much is I like fighting games and I think about like what it means to be a competitor a lot. I like watching, esports and regular sports. But it's very much about like, what does it mean to be the best? And what does it take to be the best? And like, it is something worth doing if you're not the best? And it's a lot of internal questions like that. The animation style is tremendous. It's if you've seen Devilman Crybaby, it's by the same guy, I believe. I read that once and I didn't fact check it, but I bought it because it reminded me of it. It's only like 12 episodes too, so you can breeze through it. It's really quite something. It's funny and serious and really contemplative. I've watched it through twice. I'll probably end up watching it a third time. Definitely check it out if you are open to the idea of anime. Please check out Ping Pong, the animation. So in this event, we have to wait for this bar to fill up. If we get knocked outside of the ring, we have to make our way. Or if we fall, we have to make our way back in, and the thing won't fill up as fast. This game has some amazing visuals. Like, this isn't even the highest, I think this is actually maybe the highest. But like, look at this shit. This looks, I mean, it looks gross as fuck, but it looks really nice. All right. As soon as we fill this up, we're basically done. Fuck off! Have you ever eaten breakfast in your car? I've don't own a car and never have because I don't have a license. Have you watched the live action Ping Pong? Not yet. I really want to. can't remember if it came first or after. I think it came I don't know. But there is a live version of the ping pong anime that I've heard is pretty good. You're confusing plain cheers with honey nut cheers. Honey nut cheers are fine. God, I know I'm forgetting a cereal that I really love in the mix. But
Not yet. Brilliant. Get up.
Keep back!
Zero done.
I hate getting gassed by rats.
What's Elgie? That wound needs binding.
Get your paws off me, Grimoire. Up you go.
Glorious day for the righteous. The ritual is ended.
Looks like we're gonna make it with 1 grimoire and 3 tomes. Not bad. Should I shoot the elf? Should I shoot the elf? I want to shoot the elf. She's racist. Calls everyone mayflies, which is, I believe, an elvish racial slur.
Conscience, one eye.
I'm not gonna shoot the elf. I'm not gonna shoot my friends. I'm gonna resist the urge. Hard, but I'm gonna do it. Oh! Wow, this has gone a lot better than our last breakfast in Ben and Breakfast. What's this show called? Breakfast in Ben. That's what it is. That's the one that makes more sense for sure. Any last questions here? Have you ever watched the live-action Ace Attorney movie? Yeah, it was really fucking good. Takeshi Miike. It's basically the first game without those 2 middle cases that kind of don't pertain to the MI6 incident. I forget the name of it, but the whole stuff with Edgeworth's dad. It's really cool. I really like that movie. It's probably the best video game movie I've ever seen. Okay, second highest tier of chest. Let's open up this bad boy and end the stream, huh? Ooh. All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in for my Thursday morning streams here. I'm gonna keep this up. See what we got here. 3 blues. Actually pretty good. I wanted some oranges. Well, you don't always get what you want, but when you try sometimes, you just might find you get to smush rats.